Hey everybody, Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. And the National's almost here. I'm beyond excited to walk through my itinerary, the people I'm hoping to meet up with, the events, and also the cards I'm hopeful in finding. If you're going to be in Chicago, I'd love to connect, so drop a comment or flag me down at the show. So I'll take you through day one. I'll be arriving Wednesday, roughly around 9 a.m. Plan is right now that Jason, my buddy, everyday card collector, will be coming to pick me up at the airport as well as Orlando, since I think we're both arriving roughly around the same time. At that point, once I get to the hotel, I know the plan probably is to meet up with Dan, Theo, and John, although it really hasn't been fully discussed, to pick up my media pass for the event. I think at that point they will have theirs, since I think they're all arriving on Tuesday. Once that's all situated, I know I'm going to be meeting up with B. Roth 6, also known as Brian Roth, who's going to be rooming with me for the event, so we've got to make sure that we're all situated with that as well. I think the show opens up at 4, but obviously once the show starts, filming is going to be the big thing. I'm doing a lot of the day one filming for 4 Collectors. I'm going to be filming for my own channel as well, so kind of coinciding with 4 Collectors, I'll be doing filming for that and for myself. It was just announced, but I'm sure you guys, if you haven't seen the video yet, Rick from Vintage Oddball Cards, one of the misfits, mentioned that they're hosting a get-together at the Lowe's Hotel. That should be awesome. It should be fun to meet other collectors and content creators, perhaps some I haven't met yet before. So on day 2, Thursday, the 31st, more of the same, filming for my channel and taking a different route. I plan on breaking the show up as much as possible so that there's, see the same table twice, and I think that's pretty simple to do in such a big show like this. The 4 Collectors video will be somewhat similar, but I'm going to try to kind of change the format up a little bit. It's going to be dealers' tables and such when I do the filming for the 4 Collectors stuff, but I'm going to try to incorporate the overall experience of walking the floor and also hoping to find some other content creators that are maybe working out a deal at a table and just so they can show their cards off in the video perhaps. But it really just all depends on how things flow. So once everything has settled, the show finishes on day 2. The YouTube get-together is the next plan of action. Should be a lot of fun as well. So a lot of meetups. And then day 3 will be Friday. And once the show kind of finishes up, I originally had plans to meet up with a friend of mine that night, but those plans unfortunately canceled. So I'll probably check in with some hobby buddies and see where the evening takes me. So finally, Saturday is going to be the big one. That is the vintage trade night. So a lot is happening. Again, more of the same. I'll continue, shooting some footage for my channel and for a little bit for 4 Collectors, I believe. But the trade night is what takes precedence, so there's going to be a lot of, in between all these days, I didn't even mention it, but in between all these days, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of prep work involved and getting all the, the bags ready for giveaways and such. So that's definitely also something part of this whole trip. But Theo's kind of spearheading a lot of the logistics side of things, so I'm sure he's going to be mentioning more and more about timing of things and such. So again, the good thing is that the trade night's happening in the same facility, same location as in the convention center. That happens at 6 p.m. right after the show finishes. We'll be set up. We're gonna have limited run of t-shirts, stickers, wax packs, and we have the 58 tops of Mickey Mantle and Hank Aaron, the World Series foes. We're gonna be giving that away. So. And I think there might be some other prizes as well that might come through, but we'll see. And this goes without saying, if you have stuff you want to trade, if you have cards you want to sell, perhaps even trade, sell, whatever, you're invited. Come on by. The event will be running, I think, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., so everybody's invited. All right, so now let's shift gears and talk about some cardboard goals. I put together a list of 10 cards I'm hoping to hunt down this year. These range from ultra obscure to tough regional issues and some pre-war beauties. Let's dive in. All right, so let's start with the number 1, which is 1968 New York Boy Scouts of Tom Seaver. The 68 New York Boy Scouts Tom Seaver card was part of a recruitment effort. Just one of those, if you know, you know kind of pieces. If it shows up, I'm absolutely pouncing. I did see that this card was part of a larger Seaver collection piece that was in an auction house recently. It sold, I forget the exact amount, like over 40 grand. The second one is the 1967 New York Mets 4x5 of Tom Seaver. Sales unknown, as you can see. This is typically kind of sold in packs. So you would get this in a team issued 4x5 pack. It's a clean studio shot, super tough to price. I've rarely seen it surface. It's a nice deep cut for Mets fans. It's, again, just a great alternative for his rookie. It's like a third rookie card beyond the team postcard that was issued, as well as his top 67. This one is a unicorn. Not everyone loves the artistic die cut stuff. I tend to really appreciate them. These Laughlin Super Stand-Ups, they're full of characters. Seaver's pose here is fantastic. This example is autographed. Yeah, this one, they're tough to find. I haven't seen a Seaver ever come up, but I've been seeing more and more of these populate on eBay, and so I'm holding out hope. Maybe I can find one. The 67 tops. So Trading Card Database calls them punch boards. I guess, the baseball, you could see the back, baseball punch board cards. I've always kind of identified them as being punch outs, but I guess we can just go with punch boards here. This is one of the coolest test issues Topps have ever made. It's part of a pencil punch baseball game, and this one features Mays as the National League captain. Population of 12 total. The last known sale was in 2020 in a PSA 4 for $875. So tough to find one, and in general, just really tough to find one. So we'll see. The 1964 Topps photo tattoo. I know that my buddy Phil, who was set up at Strongsville, had one for sale, and I probably should have jumped on it. There's variations on this, but I don't know if he still has it. If he does, maybe he watches this video and he'll reach out to me, but I guess we'll see. But weird and wonderful, the 64 Topps photo tattoo of Willie Mays. These were temporary tattoos bundled with gum. This one sold earlier this year for $200 in an SGC1. Total pop is just 13. It's pretty wild stuff. So this card has been making the rounds lately. The 59 Topps, the Venezuelan Topps of Willie Mays. Incredibly hard to find in decent condition. This PSA 2 sold recently for $1,525. It's one of 52 graded. Super fragile stock, but this card, beautiful eye appeal altogether all day. You guys know how I feel about Pinkertons, but I don't have the 1911 version, the T5, which is like a museum piece, really. It's oversized, elegant, and this last sold for $1,440 back in 2018 in an SGC3. The orange borders. I first became aware of the Mathewson last year at the YouTube get-together in Cleveland. And again, this is just an absolutely beautiful card. I've been told by Dave Blue Jacket 66 to look for ones that have the orange border. Don't settle with ones that are completely cut all around. So E98 color variants of Christy Mathewson, the blue, the green, the red, the orange, they just pop. I'm chasing any of the variants. I don't really care which color. Prices vary, but they're all low pop. I'd love to check off just one color from the list this year. It might be the only card I get, perhaps, depending on which color it is. Pretty incredible, though. 10 and under as far as total pops go for each of them. So this one kind of slipped through my fingers, and I probably should have bid harder on this one when it was up for auction. This one's actually fun. The 1906 Ullman art frame postcard of Christy Mathewson here. One of the earliest cards, and this one has the set is actually pretty amazing because it features his brother in this set as well. It's a classy postcard, 9 graded copies known to exist. The one that did sell in auction was back in 2023. It sold for $3,720. Lowest grade SGC1. Total pop of 9. It's got the feel of a framed photo you hang on your wall. Just a beautiful piece of early baseball history, but just a stunning piece altogether. So that's the plan. 4 days of filming, meetups, and vintage card hunts, and an epic trade night to cap it all off. If you're going to be there, come say hey. And if you're chasing any obscure stuff of your own, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in Chicago. Take care.